Cool. Now I'm talking chapter 10, right? Chapter 10. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Sorry. Chapter 10 of the Club Forex app. Boom. Chapter 10. Chapter 10 talks about types of analysis. We have different types of analysis in the Forex market. We have fundamental analysis and we have technical analysis. The one that we'll be focusing the most is technical analysis. Just want to put that out there so that we are all aligned on exactly how things will work moving forward within the duration of the course, right? If you read the first paragraph of the app, it says, all right, we have gone through the boring but necessary basics of trading. Yes. Now it's time to step up the pace and start learning how to spot where the profits are hidden. That's what we need to do. Well, that's what we will be doing, right? So it speaks about fun. We have two types of analysis, like I said, fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Fundamental analysis, it says, looks at economy, political, and social factors. That's your fundamental analysis, right? And then you have your technical analysis. Studies, it says, studies the charts to spot patterns. This is where we look for patterns on the charts. Remember, these patterns, they repeat themselves, right? So what we're doing in technical analysis basically is to study the patterns that these charts are making and understand them. And we need to train our eyes that in future, how do we spot these patterns? Or remember there's something that happens. Let's say this, for example, there's something called a double top, for example, as part of the patterns. So this is where the market goes up, it comes back again, it goes up again to the same level. It goes to one, comes back, goes to the same level again for the second time. After it goes to this level to this level for the second time, it shows some momentum changing. So after it hit this level for the second time and it's not able to go through, what the market does, it tends to go down. So what you need to do, or what we'll be doing technical analysis, is to teach ourselves or to teach our eyes to see these patterns happening, right? So what happens in future is you will see the market going to this level, coming back, hitting this level again for the second time. When you see this market hitting this level for the second time, struggling to break through, then you know there's a higher probability, there's a higher chance that that this market, from not being able to break through this level for the second time, this market might go down. How do you make that decision? You make it based on you make that decision based on the patterns or the pattern that you've seen it doing before. You've seen this type of movement whereby the market hits that level twice. Once it hits the market, once it hit that level twice, it then happens to go all the way down. So that's what you will be doing. It sounds complicated what I'm talking about, but once we look at everything that I'm talking about on the actual charts, it will make sense. Okay, but again, the difference is that fundamental analysis, it looks at the political factors, the social factors, and the economic factors. And then technical analysis is basically we study the charts. We study the behavior of the charts. Okay? By studying the behavior of the charts, it helps us to predict the next move of the market, where it will go. Okay? For example, when I'm talking about fundamental analysis, uh, political factors, if back then, if Donald Trump will make a tweet, political factors, his tweet can affect the market. The market can go up or can go down. Right? That's just some of the some of the some of the key things or factors that you probably have seen in the past. For example, there was a time whereby President Zuma or former President Zuma reshuffled his cabinet at around 11 a.m. Imagine as an investor that you've invested your money in South Africa the president is reshuffling the whole cabinet at 11 a.m., I mean p.m., what would you think as an investor? Would you still want to keep your money in South Africa, whereby the president is literally changing the whole cabinet at 11 a.m.? Obviously, you'll feel you'll be reluctant. You want to take your investments away from that country. So this is where the political factors come into play. Okay, cool. That's about chapter 10. Chapter 10, the difference between fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Now I guess you understand. And we're gonna see all these factors on the actual charts once we start kickstarting everything on the charts. See you in the next chapter.